Okay, this video is for graphing linear inequalities. This is section 4.5 of our book. The first thing you're going to do is ice y. This is something that we did in chapter 3. We made our linear equations. We would put them in y equals mx plus b format so that we could graph the b, the y-intercept, 0, b, and then we could apply our slope, m, rise over run. For a linear inequality, we're going to do the exact same thing as our first step. We're going to ice y, or solve for y, so that I can graph the y, and then we'll have a greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. We'll have some inequality instead of the equal sign, but we'll still have an mx plus b that we can graph. So I want you to graph your 0b, your y-intercept. Then I want you to apply your slope once to the right, rise over run, and then once to the left of that intercept, rise over run. You'll have 3 dots on your graph, and then you'll move to step number 2. If the line is part of the solution, meaning it is an or equal to, so greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, then you will draw a solid line between those 3 dots. If the line is not part of the solution, meaning the solution is greater than or less than, but not equal to, then you're going to join those 3 dots using a dashed line. The final step is our shading. Remember, we select and shade our solution. If the solution, y, is greater than the line we just drew, we're going to shade above it because y is greater than up, above that line. If y is less than the line that we just drew, we are going to shade below that line because y is less, going down or below. Here's an example. If I have y is less than negative 3x minus 2, my step number 1 of icing y so that I can graph it is already done. I have my 0, negative 2 intercept, and I can graph that right here. Then I apply my slope, which is a positive 3. I can make it 3 over 1 if I need to. And I go up 3, right 1, or down 3, left 1. Now I have to do step 2. If the line is part of the solution, it's going to be solid. If the line is not part of the solution, it's going to be dashed. This line is simply less than, so it's going to be dashed. This line itself that I'm drawing, 3x minus 2, is not part of the solution. So I just make a dashed line. Now step 3, I need to shade above if it's greater than and below if it's less than. So my example problem, y is less than that line. So I go to my line and I shade below it. That's it. That is my solution. The solution to y is less than 3x minus 2 is every single ordered pair in this shaded area, which, because it's an inequality, goes on forever. All of these numbers. Okay? So your homework is 8 through 38 in section 4.5. And all that information is on the portal. See you tomorrow.